even watching or even caring about this video now because of this massive desensitization of what happened over Los Angeles, Arizona, and all the, southern coast of California. It's happening in Miami, all this China. So everybody's not really even, that's the problem. People should be concerned about what.
Here's another thing I'm going to say, Blake, that's going to address that, and thank you. You kind of relit. And this is not going to be something that's going to go over very well with people. I apologize if you do not understand that I'm not a pessimist. I'm not trying to create a negative scenario. But here's another thing that I was also proposing. And like I said, I've been doing this for 50 years, and it's like working in an animal shelter for 50 years. You kind of know what the dog mix is and what it's going to do next just from symptoms. I believe, please don't hate me, people out there, but if you ever know what the term is, wag the dog by our government, I believe that the California sighting was such a threat for exposure that could not be contained by normal sources like not allowing it on through the media, different medias. I believe, and please forgive me, people, I would put 72% guess that what happened in Paris was created to take the view off of the UFO, huge California and multi-Western state observance. I hate to say this, but if you look, one person, a young lady from California college, died. All of a sudden, every football game, every news show, everything in the world is now, please help Paris, please help Paris. I believe it was created as a distraction, and that's my belief. And it's a very, very well-known tactic. If something bad happens to the president before it gets out there and there's more investigation, they create a huge distraction that get people absolutely fixated, and it's done within a week's period so that people do not concentrate on something that was absolutely world awakening. And forgive me for saying that, but I promise I believe that very, very high percentage wholeheartedly.
Well, that's people's thoughts on Third Phase of Moon. They give it out and they share it. And F1, I'm glad that I get to share his thoughts. And we're going to be getting to other callers. We only got a few minutes left, about 20 minutes. So hopefully we can get to some more UFO stories. But F1, you got to do me one more favor, which is I want to make sure, is your YouTube channel, hold on a sec, hold on, take that, Brent. What I want you to do is, did you create a YouTube channel that you're going to be able to share with us right now? What video did you upload?
Yeah, I uploaded. What's really strange is that I've known about chemtrails since the early to mid 70s, and
hold on,
people
F1.
thought I was crazy then. But what I did is
F1. Hold on. F1, you got to hold on. I got a lot of callers, and I just what I want to do is share your channel. We want to keep an eye on it.
I changed the settings on it, and I did it earlier. And then when you sent me back a message that it was still on private, I changed it.
Wait, hold on a sec. Man, I know there's a lot of information that has to get up, but we got to do it in a way. So here it is, quickly. What's your YouTube channel name?
I don't have one.
What? You don't know it yet? F1? You got my contact.
It's under McKenna. That's all I can say.
Okay, we're going to try and find it. Send it to me again, and we'll keep a close eye. I want to take a look at your video. F1, stand by, man. We only got a few callers, and I know people have been waiting probably for a week maybe or so just to hopefully get in. We try to as best we can. 702, you're live, Third Phase Man. Welcome to the show.
Yes, how you doing? Is this Blake?
It sure is.
Okay, that shows I'm live. This is Jermaine. I'm from Nevada, and I'm pertaining to the night of the 7th when that light went off in the sky.
Yep.
Man, I've been waiting to talk to you. I have a picture which I don't have YouTube, and then I don't really know how to send, and then I could probably send an email or whatever if I had a number. But the picture shows that after the light went off, you can still see the UFO going west. But the picture I took, I noticed I caught a UFO right at the top of that. It's a strange looking UFO, and it's like, you know, everybody got their videos out. I've been watching all the videos. The same, right up to the second, all the videos just lit up on YouTube, and I was like, wow, you know, this stuff really happened like this. And I've been using my own mind trying to figure out what this is, and I got a few ideas of what I think is going on. Well, you might have, when they said it was a missile, right? This is the funny thing. I only caught the last part of the show, so I don't know if y'all was talking about this, but if it was a missile that was launched from American submarines, then if this thing just happened over Russia, then how is it that were we launching our missiles over their cities too? I mean, this don't make sense. You know, it's like that's already evidence number one.
Well, they're playing games, and I just don't like the games. We had a caller in F1 just stated that it was they're testing it out over the Pacific, but it was an accident on why everybody saw this over the Los Angeles, California region. But you know what? There's a lot of photographs. There's a lot of videos coming in. Hey, what was your name again? Juan?
Jermaine.
Hey, Jermaine, do you got a UFO sighting that you've seen besides this California event?
Oh yeah, it's like it's a lot of stuff that I could talk. I heard you only have so much time, but I mean, I'm like all into this.
Give me a quick one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if you remember when Comet Ison was coming in, and it was going past Mars that night. That night that I was outside watching with my kids, and we was all, you know, we had the YouTube going on. We was watching videos that was happening every night. Yes, we was watching your videos too, and out of nowhere, I saw like these amber lights coming from the north, right over the airport, and I thought it was birds because the way it looked, it didn't, you know, it had a weird look at night. Like I'm not really seeing this, but I am seeing it, and I thought it was like birds reflecting off some kind of light. And I told my kids, I said, look up, because you know we always try to catch the UFOs out here, and when we looked up, right when it got over our heads, we saw the triangle, and you could see through the bottom of it. You could see the sky through it, and the symbol that was under the bottom of it. My kids are young, and as soon as they saw the UFO over our head, they just freaked out and started crying. And I felt the emotion they felt when I seen it, because they knew we didn't see nothing but some kind of craft that was from somewhere else. It probably was from here. It probably was our government, because Comet Ison got destroyed shortly after that. It ended up being a dud comet, and I wonder if they went and did a reconnaissance and destroyed it. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on. I'm past believing if it's real or not. I've seen enough. Here's another one real quick. I was sitting in the car. Sometimes I sit in the car. I gotta smoke my cigarettes outside, and I don't smoke in the house. And it was you know how you can see the street light, and right above the street light is darkness, but right below it you can see where the light is shining. And it was like this egg thing that came right up under the street light. It only moved for the front part moved, and then the bottom caught up with it. Then it moved again to the left, and then it caught up with it to the left and went up. And I never seen it again. It spooked me. I knew it's stuff out here. You could just be outside, and it could be over. You know, you never know what's out here. Even when you're in the house, you're still outside.
Yeah, you know, Jermaine, you're exactly right. And, you know, there's one thing to say about cigarette smokers. They go outside. And they got nothing else better to do except smoke that cigarette and look up in the sky. You know, you're the second caller in tonight. You're the second caller in tonight that went out for a smoke and saw a UFO. So, in its own sense, hey, Jermaine, appreciate those two stories. And go ahead, send the photograph. But let me tell you, we got hundreds of photographs. And,
I know.
You've seen what's going on in third phase on that story. And, that story, pretty much the world really doesn't care, it seems. What they really care about is what you just heard right there from Jermaine. Stories they've never heard before. And that's a cool thing. That's what I like about Third Phase and Third Phase Moon Radio. Jermaine, appreciate it. Thanks for the call in, man.
Thank you.
All right. That's cool. And I like that storytelling. That was, sound like they saw something and with their kids. Wow. Let's get to area code 786. Hey, thanks for waiting. Tell us your name. Where are you calling from?
My name is Dania. I'm calling from Hialeah.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Dania.
Dania.
Yes, Dania.
Dania, hey, welcome to the show. Where are you calling from again? Can you get a little closer? Having a hard time.
I'm calling from Hialeah.
All right, so you got a UFO sighting you want to share tonight?
I want to ask a question first. What is the Facebook that you guys have so I could look up some comments and stuff like that?
Well, we got a Facebook, and, Facebook has its own different things going on, and, we've been through a few, but the best way to find it is you go to our YouTube page, Third Phase of Moon, and on the About page, when you see About Third Phase, it has a list of all our connections, our website, our Facebooks, our Twitter account, you name it, it's all there. So once you click that, then you'll be able to find me.
Alrighty. And I do have a UFO story. I have millions of them. And one that I'm going to talk to you right now about is one that, it goes back and forth, and it goes in zigzags in the sky.
Yeah, those are UFOs. Were you by yourself when you saw that?
Yes, I was by myself.
Well, you know what? Check out that Facebook. There's a lot of information that comes in, and we look over it, and we try and get the permission from the person that shot it and get it on Third Phase of Moon YouTube right away. But, yeah, if you got a post you want to share, you want to check out what's going on in real time around the world?
It's really silly how the government is, not expressing everything totally to us, and how we had to lose Snowden because he's like a whistleblower, and he would have ended his life here in the United States, and I really miss him, and I wish he could come back here to the United States again.
Snowden? You're talking about Snowden?
Yeah.
Well, we've spoke to Senator Gravel, a senator that says Snowden's a hero, and I have my opinions about Snowden, and let me tell you, they're not bad. He let the world know what was needed to be known in his own sense. But, some of the information that he did release, I heard about this stuff, about 15 to 20 years ago. So at least the people are waking up a little bit, but there's got to be a lot more stuff.
Not only are the people waking up, I think that the ones that are waking up are the aliens, because basing on what Snowden says, he says that the encryption that's been going on in the United States with aliens, and it's going on a lot, that we're seeing all these sightings from all this kind of stuff that's going on, and he says it's getting out of hand, sort of, and no one is telling us, and we don't even know what exactly are we saying to these aliens, or how far have we gotten ourselves to communicating with them. There's no information on that. We just see this all the aftermath, all these things showing up in the sky. Because now, where I live at, there's way more sightings than there was when I was younger. I'm 27 years old, and I never saw this many things. And first time I looked up in the sky was for the first time that I ever looked up in the sky, and I noticed it was my first time because the first time I saw a shooting star, and I never forgot it. It was in 2000, and it was my first time I looked up in the sky. I'm not going to lie, I had never looked up in the sky, and that was my first time I looked up in the sky.
Well, that's to see a shooting star for the first time you look up in the sky is pretty good odds. So I bet you can start looking up a lot after that.
After that, yeah, yes I did. But it's been very busy now. There's a lot more stuff going on now. I see a lot more things in the sky. I've seen way more than before. And, I was listening earlier to the radio and how someone was talking about there's, different kinds of aliens, and you can, show and tell which ones are real and, which ones are not.
Well, people are out there saying that there's genetically engineered humans just look like aliens, and then they're also, going back to Snowden real quick, and there's an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson about possible encryption, alien signals coming into Earth, but we can't read them because they're encrypted by the aliens, so we're not picking it up. But that whole conversation really didn't go anywhere because I think we already know that we're not alone. We got a few minutes left, so we're going to try and get to the last bit of callers right here. Let's get to it. You're an anonymous caller, so you got to speak up. Hello, you there?
Hello?
Yep, got you. Welcome to Third Phase.
Hey, my name is Annan.
Ammon?
Yes, my name is Annan. I'm just calling.
Annan.
I've had some pretty crazy stuff happen lately. And one night I went out, and I mean we like to go by this lake. We call it the Chanfor Lake. And with me and some friends of mine, and we were just looking up at the sky. We were camping, right?
Right.
And we just look up, and it's like the cliche UFO sighting. It's all like round and brown or whatever, you know what I mean? But I mean, we saw this, and it looks like a Triforce, and it looks more like a triangle than a circle. Do you get what I'm saying?
A triangle? Yeah.
Yeah, it
lots
looks like
of
a
those.
triangle, circle.
Okay. Was this in broad daylight, night?
No, this was about night.
Okay.
At about 4:19 a.m. actually. I took some pictures of it. I took a few pictures, but they're really bad in quality. I mean, I can send them to you. I'm thinking I'm about to send them to you guys. How can I send them to you guys?
If the quality's not really, if you don't think, you know what we put up on Third Phase. A lot of people capture some amazing things and phenomenon. If you think it holds mustard to some of the other ones, we'd like to see it. But tell me about the experience.
Well, it kind of felt like a battle toad was nearby. You know what I mean? It was really exhilarating. I mean, it was just sort of like the ground. I mean, the ground wasn't. I mean, it wasn't really shaking, but it was kind of vibrating almost. It's different. It's a little different than that. I mean. And the triangle was shaped kind of like it was like what I was saying anyways. It was like 3 triangles, and it kind of it kind of made this weird sound. It was like kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like a weird kind of. It was really strange. I really don't know how to describe it. I really wish I had taken a video of it, but I didn't have my phone wasn't capable of that.
Well, you never know. You got to try.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I've been looking into it, and there's this crazy theory about Triforce and Battletoads, and it's really really crazy. And I mean, I've started looking into it, and I've realized a lot of the connections between this is, and this I'm thinking this has to be Battletoads. I mean,
Battle.
what else? Huh?
Battle code, like something that's not a good thing, huh? Huh.
Yeah, well, Battletoads are basically they kind of look like they basically look like this type of species of frog called a Pepe frog, and it's real. I'm not joking here. This is very serious. I mean, I've really I spent a lot of time in research, and I've interviewed a lot of people who have seen these sightings. I've looked at a lot of footage. After I saw that, I was kind of skeptical at first, but... Hello?
Hello? Yeah, we're listening. You still there?
Anyways, yeah, so, I mean, it's really just nuts. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at first I just didn't believe in it, but, I mean, once I saw some rare memes, I mean, it's just crazy,
Well, these sightings... and how you're describing this one, it sounds pretty kind of strange. And the sound to me, when you bring up sounds, usually people say there's no sound or a strange low humming. But
yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like a loud like. It was like kind of like that, kind of like subtle.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was. I mean, I don't know. I was really perplexed, and it was, and
there was a video just submitted to Third Phase, about 3 weeks ago. Brent's bringing it up to me. What was his name? He lives on a ranch. I think his name is Jack, and there's this weird object in the sky, and he videotaped it. He submitted it to Third Phase Moon. He says he was glad to have his camera that day, and it was making this weird sound. But yeah, it didn't sound like any kind of drone or aircraft. It was just kind of like a weird hum, frequency, kind of flowing.
But the thing about it is, I always hear about hums and stuff, but it was more like a ring, like like a car's kind of starting like ring, like that.
Yep. Well, it's strange. Yeah, it's not functional. It's not a functional sound. It's something going. I'm not sure.
It was like
That's cool, Anna. Well, that's a good story.
It was like a screeching gecko. You know what I mean? You ever heard like a screeching gecko?
A screeching gecko?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We've got a lot of them here in Hawaii. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. They make a lot of noise. I think we got a gecko in the house right now, rolling around. We live in an old plantation house. It's funny. It's a 100-year-old home, and we got.
But anyways, as I was saying, are you still there?
Yep, we're here. We got.
But
go.
Yeah. Also, have you ever heard of John Cena?
Well, you know what? That's another story. Unfortunately, and we only got like 2 minutes to go.
Well, no, I want to tell you about the John Cena theory. It's basically it's basically like whenever you see like a UFO in the sky, and John Cena like power fist out.
Oh no. No. That's what you get with anonymous callers sometimes, I guess. I should have saw it coming with the sound, right? All right, so I guess we got 2 minutes left. We're going to go down the line real quick, give everybody one last shot, and this is it. Area code 206. We got 30 seconds. Any last words for Third Phase Moon, the viewers, the listeners? 206, got to go. We got F1. F1, go ahead.
Yeah, just remember what I was saying about, it's so interesting about 2 months ago. I was saying, I was kind of saying to people, to just random calls and let the people that really have something to say it. And it's, ever since then, it's been amazing. You've been getting a high amount of quality calls, and that's really cool. But I also think that the new time is throwing a lot of the old listeners off because, it's people get used to a certain time. So, God, I wish we could have the show stretched to 2 hours. That would be, I'm sure we could fill it up really easily.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good suggestion, F1, and I'm sure the people would like that. And we'll try. We'll try to extend it or maybe go back to the old time. But, people got to get used to times, and hopefully we can get the word out. Again, that's a good heads up for everybody. It's a new time. It's 11 p.m. if you live in New York. And if you live in Los Angeles, it's 8 p.m. now. And it'll switch up, but right now those are the times. And we're going to try and give everybody the updates and maybe extend Third Phase Moon for longer editions. We want to thank everybody who's called us in, sharing their stories to the world. It's quite amazing. And, when you hear these stories, you got to let the people decide whether this is somebody just wanted to call in and share a story, or if this is something of a real experience. This is it, Third Phase Moon. We'll be back here next week, Friday. Make sure to check out Third Phase Moon for videos that are constantly submitted to us on a pretty much daily basis. And if you shot something amazing, contact Third Phase Moon via Skype, Facebook. Go to our About page. It's there. This is Blake Cousins. We'll see everybody again next time. We got a little extended edition. If you're lucky enough to be standing by, we maybe got some more UFO sighting stories. We're going to get to it. 801, you're live, Third Phase.
So what's the topic for discussion tonight?
We're just about to close the show, man. If you got something you want to share, it's all you. So,
I just saw the picture of the TRB. Yeah, I call in every now and then. I was the one that I talked to you about the encounter with my dad and I.
Oh, wow.
Remember that conversation a while back?
possibility, but I pretty much you just got to refresh my memory, and it won't take much, and it's there.
But also the conversation of, I believe, last week with that one guy that you talked about with the alien autopsy and stuff, there was like a little head steam with that guy.
Well, it's, in its own sense,
I thought that was kind of funny.
He had his own agenda of the way he wants to put it out. We put it out the way we get it from the public. I don't know what the deal was, but I still
let's put my son on the line.
Yeah, we invited him on the show, and we might even get into this alien autopsy video of his. Apparently, he's got a follow-up on that. He wants to come back, but then
That's
again,
good.
I still like people. I like, all this stuff, old news, old. What's happening today is what people want to see. So, we could revisit that. We could revisit Rendlesham. We could revisit Roswell.
Yep.
We could revisit. It's just down, and that's what most people are doing right now, rehashing the same old story.
You can revisit it right now too if you put thought into it, and you can make the experience happen. It's all through conscious thought.
Well, I believe in that. I believe in self-motivation, positive thinking, having a goal.
Yep.
And just sticking to it, doing what you like, finding something that you like.
That's why you stick with yourself. I give you respect for that. That's good.
Yep. And you guys keep us motivated too. And the people that submit the videos, we cannot. What am I going to do? Just put it on the shelf and not ever share? It's a lot of work putting it out there. What we do, but
and you saw the one over California recently, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I got 100 or so photos, maybe 50 plus videos.
That video was pretty good. People are dismissing it as a missile launch. I'm sorry, missiles don't launch like that.
Well, some people, I'm not sure now. I'm on the fence. There's just a big question to me. Why did they do it over a mass population?
I mean, I live close to a big military base here in Utah, Dugway. That's the new Area 51. There's a bunch of crazy stuff over here.
Get your video camera. Get it. Yeah, film it.
I know. All right, I'll get some footage for you for sure. I'll call in some stuff.
Yeah, please do. And did you hear about the new Siberia sighting of the exact same kind of missile, what have you, test, weird stuff going on over Siberia last night? We just reported on that. So,
Well, they're all interdimensional vehicles. That's how they get here. There's no way to travel by light. It's impossible.
Well, it's too slow, too. We got to move faster than that. Hey, man. Hey, appreciate the call in. Appreciate it a lot.
All right. You guys have a good night. Thanks.
Yeah, you too. And think about this. Moving at the speed of thought. That's about as fast as we need to move, right?
Yep.
That's it.
Exactly.
All right.
Consciousness.
That's it. Yeah, he nailed it. I think that's wrapping up Third Phase Moon Radio, and it's been a good one.
Hey, you guys have a good night. I'll call in next week.